Okay, looks like it is rolling. It's actually connecting. Okay, that's a good sign. We got green lights everywhere. That's a good sign. Let's check in, people. Here, we'll look at this. No. Okay. Let's go over to the little let's go to the what do they call it? Let's go backstage, people. Hold on. Here we are. This is backstage at Lumination. This is where all the secret, private, really important stuff happens. It's right here. Right here. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Path Traveler. A little bit of ambiguity there. I didn't mean to put out your fire. I'm just trying to be silly. We were being silly. Melody. Melody Wolf. Did I say hello, Melody? Yes. Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. I'll type it in. I'll just type it in like I did everyone else. Hi, Jasmine. Now it's official. You're on the screen, okay? Frittoli. Yay. Yeah. Compass. I don't think I got you, did I? Greetings, Compass. Yeah. So, this is kind of a silly thing. Hey, Friday's cat. Did I say hello to Jasmine already? I just need to check the screen. I think I did. I think I did. No, I didn't. No, I'm just checking. No, I didn't. Hello, Jasmine. Hello. Got it. Miss Sa. Hello, Miss Sa. Greetings to you. Look at this. Look at all these lovely people. Where did you all come from all of a sudden? Wow. This was just a tiny little random thing I was planning just for shameless self-promotion. As you know, Lumination needs to do a lot of promoting. Okay. Oh, thank you, Bless 9819. And Celeste on everything. Maria. Hi, Maria. I'll type you into the screen too. Hi. Okay, let me do that properly. Hold on, hold on. Got it. Got it. So there you are. It's now official. You are here, Maria. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. Angela. Angela, what is your time zone? Where on earth on the planet are you? Linda Descartes. Free me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, thank you, Whispering Spirit. Z. Wow. Hold on. I got to put you on there too. Whispering. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah. Let's have a look. Let's just keep checking here. I'm just checking folks in. Wow, I'm so glad you're all. I'm so happy you're really like checking in with each other. That's kind of like a real big turn on for me personally. Like the whole idea that like pretend you're just like you've got the. Hold on, I got to check someone else. Ashima. Hello, Ashima. Let me do that. Hello, Ashima. Hello, Kathy. Greetings. Yeah. Yeah. I really like that you guys kind of get to know each other. You know, it's like the more we do this, the more we hang out together, the more we do the Lumination Love Tribe thing, the more the Love Tribe grows. Does anybody here remember or know the name Abby? Abby's the one who started this whole thing. It was her whole idea to do this like Love Tribe thing, and it's actually kind of working. I got to check in Angela now. Hold on. Angela and Sharon and Brandy. Wow. We got a whole bunch. Angela. Woo. Sharon. Woohoo. Brandy. I'm going to put you like the drink. Brandy. There we go. Like the beverage. Yay. Yay. Compass. Cadbury mini eggs. Watch out. You will lose all your teeth. Seriously, you will lose all your teeth. Yeah. So thanks for checking in. Wow, I'm really glad I did this. It's a Thursday evening over here in Los Angeles. And I don't know where everyone else is. Welcome all the newbies. Hey, Path. Everyone here needs to know tonight that Path Traveler is a highly seasoned, battle-hardened regular here on the channel at Lumination. Path Traveler has been through it all, done it all, seen it all, and still going, still hanging out here, okay? So, thank you, Path. Oh, I need to check in Sara. Sara LM. I got to do that. Hold on. Stay there. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm going to check that in. And another one, Natalie from New York. Natalie, New York. Greetings. M. Knox, we're neighbors. No kidding. M. Knox. M. Knox. M. Knox, are you in Los Angeles? Are you in Los Angeles, M. Knox? Hold on, I got to check the stage. I pressed a button. Hold on, I want to get back to you guys here. So, where was I saying? Who's that? Who said we're neighbors? We're neighbors. M. Knox. So where are you? Are you in Los Angeles? M. Knox, are you in Los Angeles? Hey, Fritterly, whoever you are who was eating the Cadbury's egg, I want to let you know, Terra Lumination, I used to be a production line manager at Cadbury's in England. I had a crazy job there, and I couldn't take it anymore. I only lasted like 6 months as a production line manager. It was insane, absolutely insane. I could tell you a crazy story. Hold on. Upland. Okay, hold on. So M. Knox, we'll talk a little bit later about locations, okay? I'm down in Los Angeles. I can't remember where Upland is, but I'm kind of in the Venice Beach area. Okay, there you go. Hey, I want to check in with KC. I got to check in. KC. KC. Oh. KC, I got to check in Pearl. Yay. I got you, Natalie. I already got Natalie from New York, right? Angela. Did I get you? Yeah. Angela, I don't think I got you. So I'm going to put your name in again, just for thrills and kicks, okay? Double duty. Yay. Path Traveler. Yes, Compass Starlight. I actually worked at Cadbury's in England, in the south of England, at one of their big old factories. Yeah. Celeste is Montreal. So anyway, there are very specific reasons why I left. One of my problems is that I could not stand having to spend 60% of my shift stopping people from eating all the chocolate. That ended up being 90% of my job, trying to stop people eating chocolate. Most of the people who worked on the production line itself, a lot of the locals who've been there for like 5, 10, 15 years, they don't have teeth. Nobody has teeth. Anybody who works on the production lines at Cadbury's, they do not have teeth. Why? Because they keep dipping into the sauce, okay? They put their fingers in the cookie jar. Yeah. So there's no teeth. Yeah, also the other thing is that I was constantly being threatened and assaulted for doing a really good job, because the people on the production line didn't want things to work very well. And so when I tried to create some order on the production line, things would become very hostile. So I am not interested in being a production line manager at Cadbury's anymore. I've seen it all. I've seen all the chocolates. It's just like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's really, really true. It's like that. There are humongous machines full of goop, chocolate, caramel, goo, Cadbury's cream egg stuffings, all the packaging and wrapping machines, all the different colors, the jellies, and the combinations of goop that makes up Cadbury's chocolates and candies. It's in-freaking-sane. Yeah. Spiritual goddess of enlightenment, you are here. Where have you been all this time, spiritual goddess of enlightenment? I've only just seen you here on the screen for the very first time ever. I'm just going to call you SGE, okay? So SGE, welcome. I'm going to type you in. Welcome, SGE. There we go. Yes, thank you, Path. I found my calling here on YouTube. And of course, as you've probably figured out, my life is being turned upside down by YouTube and doing all these readings for you guys. But I love it. It makes me very, very happy. Yeah. Actually, spiritual guidance of enlightenment. It's your first time here. Yay, yay, yay. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. SGE, spiritual goddess of enlightenment. Thank you for being here with us. I'm going to raise my glass to you. It's almost empty, but we're going to refill it. So, yeah, I've been a donut maker. I've had hundreds and hundreds of day jobs trying to stay alive, people. So, just so that you know, for someone with the, let's say, the astrological profile of tarot illumination, this is not someone that anyone with any form of sanity or desire for any kind of stability in their life would ever choose. Do not, please, do not ever wish to follow the path of tarot illumination. Follow your own path. Okay? There we go. Yes, Linda, I did have balls to walk away, and so I did. And of course, I was left without a paycheck, but there you go. I found more work. No worries. Yeah. So anyway, let's get to the point of, oh, wait a minute, there's another one, Sharon Cook. Hey, I got to check you in, Sharon. Stay there. Welcome. Welcome, Sharon. Oh, I'm sorry, Pam, you can't. Oh, okay. All right, okay. So, I'm doing this little show because it's all about shameless self-promotion to get the new playlist in front of you guys. We just released the playlist for April 2019, all right? And, of course, it's full of all the usual hazards, the scary stuff, the good stuff, the OMG moments, and then the moments of bliss and divinity. All of that, okay? Hold on, I just saw something on the screen, very shocking. M. Knox just got laid off, and I'm reevaluating everything. Go M. Knox, yay! Reevaluate everything. It might treat it as a blessing. You got laid off. Yay! You got laid off. Yeah! Yeah. Go M. Knox. Awesome. Awesome. Welcome to the world of getting laid off, people. Yeah. Hey, All Sun's here. Gotta check in, All Sun. Yeah, hold on. Gotta do that. There we go. Greetings. You're on the screen, All Sun. Got it, okay? So, here we go. All right. I've got some ideas for all these free reading things because I put it, as you've probably seen on the screen, free readings. It's a promotional giveaway. It's just like when you go to Walmart or Costco and then there's the lady or the guy at the counter there just giving away free little deli hot dogs or deli pizza slices or, you know, candy or, you know, the latest, you know, chip and dip thing, whatever it is. And of course, it's all designed to lure you in to the big stuff on the big aisle. Yeah. Yeah, If I feel drawn, yes. You know what? Let's start. Let's start it off. I told you this is going to be totally random, totally freebies, and I'm going to make it all up as I go along. It's completely improv, okay? So we're going to start the evening officially now because it's such a hugely important name. Look at that. Spiritual Goddess of Enlightenment. Well, it's about time you got your own mini free tarot reading. And who better than Tarot Illumination? Yay! You just won a prize. And then next, I'm not going to tell you what's next, but I've already got like several questions that I'm going to ask everybody. And if you get the right answer, then you get a free reading too. Ha 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 ha. Ho 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 ho. All right. All right, here we go. This is it, people. Let's get back to the other stage, all right? We're going to go back to the other stage now. Bear with me, and we're going to do a freebie for Spiritual Goddess of Enlightenment. How cool is that? Can you imagine having a name like that? Spiritual Goddess of Enlightenment. It's just like, it's out there. Yeah. All right, here we go. So this is it. We're actually starting the show. The show officially starts now. Click. Hang in, people. All right, so here we are. This is it. I'm just going to take out the most elementary deck that I have. Okay, very simple. No tricks, no funny business. The deck is already well shuffled in advance. Now, some of you know the kind of routines that we do here, but what I would like you to do, I've been using this thing like a prompt because it's actually kind of fun and helpful. So type in the screen, Dear Tarot, you don't have to do the whole thing, but just put in one word. Like, Dear Tarot Lumination, what messages do you have for me tonight regarding ... And you fill in the blank with one word. Whatever it is, like money, health, lovers, finance, career, relocating, whatever it is, just one word, okay? SGE, just one word. All right, let's have a look. Got to see it. Hold on, I've got to catch up on the chats here. Okay, all right. All right, Spiritual Goddess of Enlightenment. The only reason we're doing it is because you were bold enough to ask outright before even anyone else had a chance. There you were. You just jumped on it. All right, so I'm going to shuffle cards till I see the magic word. So, Spiritual Goddess of Enlightenment. Type it in. Your one word thingy. What messages does Tarot Lumination have for Spiritual Goddess of Enlightenment tonight, right now, regarding the matter of ... Your toxic situation. Okay, so let's do it like this. Tonight, right now, we're going to read for spiritual, I can't even spell, of enlightenment. And the question is regarding your toxic situation. Oh no. Oh no. It's bad. That's bad, people. That's bad. Dun, 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 dun. But don't worry. Tarot Lumination is here. Okay? Okay. Oh my God, look at everybody's just, hold on, slow down everybody. We haven't even started. We've only just started and I'm going to do questions. Okay, just hang in. Okay, so right now, this whole show, everything tonight at this very moment in time is all about Spiritual Goddess of Enlightenment and her toxic situation. So we're going to take a look. So I'm not going to have a chance to look at the chats on the screen very much, and we'll get back to that later. But for now, we're going to go deep diving, okay? Literally. Just imagine you're on one of those little, diving expeditions over in the South Pacific somewhere, and it's really just a rubber dinghy, big rubber dinghy, and you've got your so-called guide, Tarot Lumination, and we're putting you in a wetsuit and your goggles and your air tanks, and we're just going to throw you over the side, okay? And that's what it's going to feel like, okay? Don't be scared. Do not be scared, okay? Here we go. Nikki, sorry, there's no raffle, there's nothing. This is just totally random freebies, giveaways, sampler giveaways. It's all about the shameless self-promotion of the Tarot Lumination channel and the brand, okay? There we go. So, first of all, it's time, Tarot Lumination. As you know, I kind of operate like a dragster, okay? For doing all this stuff at Tarot Lumination, I consume huge amounts of psychic, mental, emotional, spiritual fuel. And one of the ways I keep things lubricated are very, very small, modest doses of three-dimensional lubrication that I call fermented grape juice. Here we go. All right. All right. Nikki, I just saw that. There's no plan, there's no raffle, there's nothing. It's just totally random, shameless promotion. It's just like going to the sampler aisle over in Walmart, okay? That's all we're doing here, okay? That's all it is. That's all it is, okay? Okay, spiritual goddess of enlightenment. What messages do we have for you regarding your toxic situation? Dun 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 dun. So you know the routine, spiritual guidance. Pretend you're right here. Not just pretend, actually visualize it. You're right here. I'm at my stage over here. You're over the other side of the stage over there, okay? And we're hanging out. Bring in, surround yourself with your invisible friends, okay? And let's do this properly. Here we go. Okay, this is just for you. Here's the situation. Dun, 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 dun. Here's the challenges, and here's how we're going to handle it. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. And what's the weather like? Circumstantial energies, environmental influences. We have the Five of Pentacles. So my feeling for you, dear spiritual goddess of enlightenment, is that we have to understand and allow for the realities of relationship dynamics, okay? One way or another, to me, it looks like this is a consequence of decisions in the past where, for better or worse, decisions in the past have led to outcomes in the present which translate as impoverishment. Impoverishment of body, mind, heart, and soul in such a way that you're really either getting left out or reamed, or you are in a situation where you might have been caught off guard by the toxicity of a situation. Like, you know how you can get in a relationship dynamic and everything seems okay to start, and everybody's going along with all their best wishes, and then lo and behold, as what we call time unfolds, measurable evidence starts to appear like, uh-oh, there's something wrong with this picture. Uh-oh. And here's one of the really difficult parts to handle. Don't take this too personally, but you're part of the equation, okay? Spiritual goddess of enlightenment. You are an inherent part of the equation of being in a toxic situation. In other words, you can't blame anything and everything that's going wrong on the other party because you are a part of the equation, okay? No judgment here. I'm just calling out information as I feel it, okay? Let's have a look. What is the situation? Okay, so with this little Three of Wands here, my feeling is that this was inevitable, okay? Whether you like it or knew it or wanted it or not, what is happening right now in this toxic situation is inevitable. It was bound to happen, and you are now simply witnessing the consequences of previous decisions in a lifetime or in another lifetime or in the last few years or months or whatever it is, where you're basically seeing everything unfold exactly as it should be. In other words, everything right now is exactly as it should be. In other words, there's nothing else that could have happened except a toxic situation. And that is what is being witnessed, okay? So what's the challenge here? Okay, well, it's obviously very binding. If that's the problem to the point where you're locked into something like a contract, an agreement, a relationship, especially some kind of relationship agreement, whether it's a formal agreement or it's an informal agreement, or whether it is an assumption of agreements or not, either way, the challenge is the extremely binding nature of the relationship that is the framework of the toxic situation. Okay, so how are we going to handle this? Okay, so somehow or other, I'm not sure how you're going to do it, but you're going to have to what's called assume the win. I call it assume the win, okay? Now, it can be extremely hard to do this, okay? Especially if you, dear spiritual goddess of enlightenment, if you're in a situation where you feel as though you're like it's against all odds, where you feel like, oh my gosh, I have almost no chance of prevailing in this situation, okay? And it might be that the solution to the situation is to completely and utterly sever all ties in any way, shape, or form. Literally, just cut it out and assume the win. And if you have to, use the healing power of you. You know what? You know what? You know what? I mean, I'm talking military grade here, okay? Spiritual goddess of enlightenment. I'm talking about military grade. You have to go into this, you have to deal with this on the understanding like, well, there's nothing else you can do except to deal with it as it is. Like, as painful as it might be to have heard all the reading up to this point about how you are part of the equation and there was no other possible outcome, and then it's a shocking realization, and then you realize how this reading here, my feeling is that you are going to have to award yourself the winning position. And in order to do that, that means having to deal the death blow, either to the other party or the relationship or the situation. Okay? Literally. I'm not, so, okay, take that as a metaphor, okay? I'm not seeing, I'm not talking about actual death, but like with the devil card, you have the right and the ability and the awareness, if you really wanted to sever all bonds, to just go completely like that. And basically say, you know what? And it's also to the point, dear spiritual goddess of enlightenment, like, it doesn't matter how bad the apparent losses might be. You're better off just completely cutting everything away. And if it looks like or feels like you're going to take some losses, take the losses. Just cut your losses and run, okay? Literally, cut your losses, get out, assume the win. And in this situation, winning means surviving, okay? Thank you very much. That's all I got for you. Okay, all the best. I'm going to shuffle this all up. Please chat amongst yourselves. I hope you get something out of that reading, SGE. Okay? All right, I'm just shuffling up to the next lucky winner. And I'm going to pose a question in just a moment. It's a very simple question. Very, very, very simple. I know there's some of you who want a reading, and we'll probably figure that out in one moment. But right now, I just want to go onto some of the freebie question giveaways that I had. Here we go. Let me put this out there on the big screen. Hold on, SGE, I got to see something. I just saw something on the screen. Okay, spiritual guidance, I see that on the screen here. It's almost irrelevant whether you caused it or not. You're still stuck in the equation. You are stuck, okay? If you have PTSD, if you are like female ex-military and you're suffering from PTSD, the last thing you need is to be in an environment where it's just getting worse. So my feeling is, to me, it looks like a complete severance from these people. No matter the genetic bonds, the childhood bonds, the blood bonds, whatever. It's really, really important to just save yourself, okay? All right. Thank you. Okay, so here's my question. Who here tonight has Sun in Aries? Okay, that's it. Okay, I'm going to go over to the other stage. I'm going to look at the screen and see what happens, okay? All right. Who here tonight has Sun in Aries? I will take your point there, Nikki. Hold on. Joan Daly, you got it. Joan Daly, thank you very much. Joan Daly, you're next. You were the first one to write it on the screen. You are getting a reading, okay, Joan Daly? This is all about you now. Okay, Joan? Got it? Yay. Okay, I'm setting up the stage for you now. Hey, Mystic Alchemy. I'm just going to type in just to say hello. I think there's a bunch of new people. Okay, I've already got the winner here, Joan Daly, first one to type in. Thank you so much. Okay. All Sun has the moon in chocolate. Oh, that's an incredibly gifted, very fortunate. Yeah. Okay, Joan. So, Joan, you know what to do. Joan, what messages does Tarot Illumination and the cards have tonight for you, Joan Daly, regarding the matter of ... Please write in one word on the screen as soon as possible, and I will check it out. I'm going to watch the screen, people. I'm going to shuffle cards, okay? I'm over here. I'm going to shuffle cards until I see Joan Daly's note. I need one word from you, Joan, okay? Joan, one word. What messages do the cards have for me tonight regarding ... okay? I'm still looking at the screen, okay? There must be a huge delay on the stream tonight. Okay, the Tower moment in love. Okay, I'm going to add that. Thank you, Joan. Let's go over to the other stage, okay, and get on with your reading. What is the messages for you tonight in this Tower moment regarding love? Okay. So I'm going to use some shorthand. Okay. This is you, Joan, okay? And we're going to tackle the subject of the Tower in love. Okay? You're going through a so-called Tower moment, as they call it. Okay, so you're going through homelessness. Okay, so if your world is collapsing around you, dear Joan, at least you have an internet or some way or a phone or something to get here at Tarot Illumination. The Tower moments can be absolutely terrifying in people's lives. I understand it. I get it. So let's see what we can do. Let's just see what shows up. When you're facing homelessness, it's obviously terrifying. It's one of the most terrifying feelings on earth. Don't worry, Joan, I've been there, so I understand. All right? And obviously, because you've written a Tower moment regarding love, so that's obviously to do with someone, like in a loving romantic situation where if there's a breakup in a relationship where you end up homeless, potentially homeless, and you're facing that possibility, it's terrifying, okay? Let's just get on with it. Let's just call it how it is, okay? Hello, Sarah Nova. I see you. Hey, Primary, what's going on? We're doing like a random free readings thing tonight. I'm just making up all the situations as we go along. Next, okay, so let me just finish one more little spin for you, Joan. Let's have a look. What's happening regarding this Tower moment in love? Because it is a dire situation. It looks like you're facing homelessness. Okay, let's not beat up on that too much. Let's look to the light. Let's invite the light here. What I would do tonight, Joan, is let's take advantage of the Tarot Illumination platform and the YouTube platform and just say, listen, let's reach out, okay? Everyone here tonight, do whatever you can in some kind of miniature or very powerful way, however you do it. Extend the healing power of love to Joan Okay? Do it from up above. Ask for the healing power of love to fill your body, your mind, and your heart and soul from up above. Own it, contain it, know that you have that, and then put that out there. Share that. Be loving, okay? And you will be loved. But right now, Joan is the one who needs the love, okay? So anyone and everyone who's here tonight, please do what you can to extend some digital, online, virtual, vibrational energy healing towards Joan, okay? You could also include divine protection. You call it EMPs, okay? Think of those, in war, they use those electromagnetic pulse devices, which are incredible. It neutralizes the threat. It neutralizes the enemies. So what I'm suggesting is it's time for Joan to be surrounded by protection, by protective healing energies and the neutralization of threatening energies, okay? So it's all about Joan right now. Here we go. Here we go. Let's have a look. Cards are well shuffled. Thank you very much. Everyone's a witness. Bless the deck. Bless every single card. This little deck has done thousands of readings, literally thousands of readings, and it's still going strong. Look at that. So here's the situation. Here's the challenge, and here's how we're going to handle it, okay? So what's the circumstances like? So with the Ten of Swords, hey, the beauty of this, Joan, is that it can't get any worse. You might be facing what you feel might be homelessness, but the beauty of the situation is, looking in a very, very broad spectrum perspective, this is a shocking awakening, a shocking realization that you needed to know. It's almost like, in terms of this journey of your heart, the journey of your soul, this is very valuable. You needed to come to this point where you realized, I can't take it anymore. I'm sick of being a pincushion in life. You don't have to take any form of abuse from this, here, any kind of nonsense and bullshit, because you can't take it anymore. There's no point in taking it anymore because you can't take it anymore. So don't, okay? So it's almost like this could be the best thing possible for you. I know it sounds freaky, but it could be the very best thing that could have happened to you. I know it's scary, but I often look at the Tower, even though there's no Tower here right now. The Tower is a very powerful healing card because it literally just obliterates and everything that is no longer relevant in you and your life and your world. It's literally like an avalanche, a volcano, an earthquake. It's demolition and destruction. And whatever remains is what you have to work with. Okay, let's have a look. What's the situation? See? Okay. All right, Joan. This is what I'm trying to say. Please see this as a chance for new starts and new beginnings and new inspiration. It's almost like everything blew up because it had to blow up. And now it's your chance to start to live in your truth. Okay? Whatever kind of optical illusions or BS you've been living in to get to this point, it's over. It's not acceptable. You cannot conduct your life that way anymore at all. Okay? It is time to create new starts, new beginnings, and bless the situation. Bless your enemy. Bless the Tower for blowing everything up, because it's like nothing else remains. The only thing that counts right now is the absolute truth, okay? The real truth, the absolute stark realities of your situation. And I'm looking at this as a very good energy, an energy of opportunity, okay? All right. So what's the challenges here? Okay, so with the Seven of Wands, to me it looks really simple. The challenge here is wondering whether you can hang on, wondering whether you have the endurance, the capability, the passion, the desire to thrive and succeed and prosper against all odds. And it looks like an energy of extreme self-doubt about whether you will prevail under your so-called Tower moment, okay, in love and relationship. So it looks, to me, this is like, if looking on the positive side here, this is an indication that you will prevail, personally. Maybe not a relationship, not the love, not the situation, not the home, not the housing or anything, but you personally will prevail. But that's the challenge. It looks like there's extreme doubt whether you will. It doesn't matter, okay? So, Joan, what I'm saying here is that instead of like the shock and the horror and the terror of the tower and the potential threat of homelessness, what I'm seeing here is literally like it's the end of the end anyway. There's no point in putting up with whatever BS you were putting up with to this moment. It's over. It's done. If it's already obliterated through a tower and we're already onto the energy of starting from scratch again, freaking go for it. Bless the tower, okay? If you have to, literally walk away, you know? Just grab a couple of suitcases and a backpack and then go into complete trust. How do we handle this? Okay. So with the Lover's card here, my feeling is that this is an endorsement that you are learning and feeling and sensing everything that you absolutely needed to know about yourself being reflected back to you from a significant other. And it might be a very brutal, painful, uncomfortable, shocking message, okay? But this is very important. You needed to know this and whatever it is. So in a way, this is a blessing. To me, the whole thing looks like a blessing, and it puts everything, like, I don't know if the word is doubt. In other words, if there is some shock and horror thing that's happening, and it looks like the relationship is completely obliterated, pulverized, crushed, no longer operational, again, there's tremendous stuff that you have learned out of this, you know, out of a relationship dynamic. If you see the whole thing is something that was ultimately divinely blessed and ordained from up above, and you had to learn certain things about life in the world the hard way, then so be it. So it is spoken and so it is done. And now you're getting that. Now, you can still have love for another, and a significant other can have love for you, even in a tower situation, even when everything blows up, okay? It is possible. It's just that in your situation right now for Joan, my feeling is that it's really all about new starts, new beginnings, knowing that you will prevail, knowing that you have to prevail, and knowing that you're going to have to make an extremely tough decision, some extremely tough decisions going forward. But it looks to me that you've got the healing power of love on your side anyway, okay? As scary as it might be. If you have to, you know, check in and, okay, it's the whole show is a promotional thing, but if you have to, with something as dire as this, we can work on this if you have to, okay? So let's leave it at that for now. Thank you, Joan. All the best. You're going to be all fine. Just know that you're going to be facing some very important decisions, and that partly, no insult intended, you brought this upon yourself, and everything that's happening that you're learning is incredibly valuable, okay, going forward, okay? Because this is no longer an option. This is not acceptable anymore. You cannot continue to function this way, so you have to start from scratch again, okay? All right, thank you very much, Joan. All right, let's get back. Hold on, I got to do some shuffles here. So I'm going to put on a little bit of a tune. Hold on, stay there. Hold on, I just need a little tiny bit of a break. Okay. So a lot of people want readings. So let's just keep going for the heck of it, all right? Let's see what happens. Linda. So, what I might do, I've never done this before, but there's so many more people here tonight than I expected. I might do like miniature one-card readings, you know? One-card flash readings, because I can do that. I like doing it. It's fun. It's just a little bit scary because you're putting a lot of pressure on one card, okay? Okay, so Linda, you know the routine. You know the routine. For tonight, can you put, hello Mildred, hi Mildred, hi Brandy. Linda, can you put in one word? What messages does the channel, what messages do the cards have for me tonight regarding ... And please type in one word. Type in one word, okay, Linda? Linda, one word, please. Okay? I'm going to put that one word on a note here, okay? Hello, Brian O'Brien. Hello, Danielle. If everyone's up for it, I will do one card. If you're up for it, guys, I will do one card readings. It's freaking scary to do them. It sounds simple, but it's actually really scary to do one card readings. I hope you understand that. I hope you're ready for it. So Linda, I'm waiting for that word. What messages do the cards have for me tonight regarding ... Okay? So I'm looking very closely. I'm coming up very close to the screen now. I need to read the chat, okay? My future. Okay, we're looking into the future. Okay, future. Thank you. Let's go to the stage. Give me a second. I need to write this in. So that's a big, that is a huge question, okay? All right, let's do this. All right, so. Okay, bear with me because we're going to switch to the other stage in just a second. Here we go. Okay. Thank you, Nikki. That's very well put. The next steps going forward, facing. Hello, Melody Wiles. Okay, let's go over here. Let's go back to. So give me a second. We're going to switch over and do the reading now. Hang in. Okay, you ready? Okay, the stage is set. It's for Linda. Okay, apparently this is a birthday reading for her. And after Linda, we're going to switch probably just a whole bunch of random one-card readings because there's so many people who want readings. Let's just call them micro readings. Free mini sample micro readings, okay? How about that? It's going to be very random, but anyway, it'll be fun. All right, Linda, let's have a look. Let's have a look, see what's going on. Let's have a look, people. Now, the cards were already shuffled after the last reading, okay? So I hope you recall. Give me a sample here, a second here. Hold on. Linda, what's going on? Here we go. You know what to do. Get yourself comfortable. Surround yourself with your invisible friends. Get very serious, okay? In a nice, fun way, of course. As you know, this is Tarotainment. That's what we do here at Tarot Illumination. All right, so here we go. What's the situation? And what's the challenge regarding your future? And how are we going to handle your so-called future? And what are the energies surrounding everything right now that impact and have some kind of, let's say, effect on the future? So with the, oh, ha ha ha. Okay, boom, there you go. It's the Ace of Cups, okay? So what I would like to say, Linda, is that your future is very much about the energy of opportunity. This wouldn't be here unless you had earned it. Like if you could just imagine yourself in one of those magical like Wizard of Oz movies or something, all of the really, really big classic amazing like family type movies where there's usually some big really important profound message about hope for all of us and all about the amazing complicated invisible things that go on behind the scenes and how in some way profound. Remember that thing? This sounds really corny, but there was a movie called Cinderella. It came out about 4 or 5 years ago or something. It was another version of the same story. And I think it was a Disney thing, but I thought it was incredible. I don't normally watch movies like that, but the core theme was about love. And I freaking loved it because that kind of stuff exists. You actually have to believe in love. And so with the Ace of Cups here, my feeling, Linda, is that it's literally you. It's almost like this is going to sound like, you know, like wizardry or something here. This is like you have to believe it to see it. Okay, you have to believe in love. It starts with you. Okay, Linda, you have to believe that love is possible. Almost if it means you have to brainwash yourself, okay? And that the opportunity is there. There's a suggestion that love is there. Like even if you're in a relationship dynamic right now and there is a severe absence of love, then there's the possibility for love to flourish, okay? And that's out there. It's just all that potential is out there for you. Let's have a look. So with the Seven of Wands here, my feeling is that not only are you doing your best to hang on, you're hanging on in very challenging situations, but it's very positive. And also the thing is, it's important to know that you are in a prevailing position here. It's like, to me, it looks like you are already primed and ready to receive love in some way, shape, or form. However, whatever that turns out to be, like a right person with the right relationship, or loving the right environment, or falling in love with like a new career path, or a new home, a new location, a new person, a new pet, a pre-existing or an existing loving relationship that went sour, and then it rekindles and restarts again as though it was brand new. I know that's very difficult, almost impossible to imagine, but the healing power of love is a mind-boggling like force of the universe. And I think you've got it on your side. So it's very much about the question of believing it. Do you believe it? Do you have the courage to believe, like in very challenging circumstances, like if everything in your life has told you that real love is not possible and you start believing that, do you understand how that is a self-defeating behavior and it just gets worse and worse and worse? And if you start just assuming, well, that's just the blueprint of life. This little tiny reading here is suggesting just the opposite. You have to believe it. You have to, okay? And that's not even, we haven't even got to this card yet. So what's the challenge? Okay, with the Six of Pentacles here, my feeling is like actually witnessing it, like the deep fear, like, well, where's the evidence, Tarot Lumination? Where is the evidence? I need evidence. I need to know that I am loving and that I am loved so that I can be loved. So in other words, I'm sorry, I got all tongue-tied. The fear is like this is like a deeply impregnated, like it's like facts for you. Like evidence needs to speak for itself. Like I'm pretending I'm Linda. Like I need to know that I need to see evidence that I am loved. Otherwise I can't be loving. Okay, that's just how it is. It's obvious common sense. Why would I possibly be loving when I'm not loved? Okay, and so that's very, very contradictory to this energy here. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And so if the real challenge is that you are like heavily vested and physically and materially in terms of proof, life evidence that nothing works unless you see it first. And then when you see it, then you believe it. And it's the same with love, the same with the future. In other words, whatever future, especially regarding love or the energy of love flowing into your life from up above, like if you don't see the cues, the evidence, and the harmonizing and the balance and the return on investments that you've made, that you've put into life, then obviously it's not going to work. Everything's going to suck. In other words, if I don't see it, then I don't play. In other words, I'm not going to play this game. I'm not going to do any of this until I see evidence in advance that I'm going to be okay. Okay? Can you see how that limits your opportunities, Linda? So how do we deal with this? Okay, it's very simple. You open the door to opportunities. You allow the opportunities to come to you. It's very, it sounds very simple for me to say it here, but it's actually extremely hard to do because I think you're dealing with two highly contradictory energies. It's very simple, like just these two phrases. I got to see it to believe it. Okay? I got to see it to believe it. Can you see in this situation how it's completely self-defeating? Whereas if you turn it upside down and you say, you know what? I have to believe it in order to see it. And then, kapoof, all of this flows. So it has to start from you. It has to start from within, wherever it leads, wherever it goes, especially if it includes the energy of love, especially even including a love relationship. And so the way to handle it is to, I don't want to tell you how to live your life or tell you how to make your decisions or do what you have to do, is to continue to be courageous, but be willing to reprogram yourself completely. Very, very simple. This is like NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. I need to believe it to see it. I am going to believe it to see it. I know that I am loving. I know that I am loved. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my body, my mind, my heart, and my soul from up above. I need to own that first, and then I can have that, and then I can project that into the world, and then the good stuff comes to me, okay? But you have to own it from the inside out first. You have to believe it first, and then anything and everything is possible. So it looks to me with the Two of Wands here, please allow, like it almost doesn't matter. Like when you said this question, what about my future? It doesn't even matter what the future is because there is no, like the gateway to the future, the opportunities of the future are completely hindered, blocked, impeded, stalled out, suffocated because of an attitude and a mindset that is completely like contradictory to what would actually work for you. So I hope that makes sense, Linda. You got to believe it to see it, okay? You got to believe it to see it. All right? And then you will, all right? So I hope that makes sense, Linda. Thank you so, so much. I'm going to shuffle it all up. Stay there. Hold on. Hold on. Stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. Okay. Oh, Linda, that was actually a very painful reading for me to deliver because it felt like I was getting all preachy, telling you what to do and how to do it. I'm just hoping you catch the main theme and, you know, make the best of it, okay? We can follow up later, don't worry, you know, you can type into the channel and whatever, all of that stuff, okay? Thank you, Linda. So we're going to move on now. I've got to go and clean up the cards. I've got to go shuffle things up, and then we're going to go back and do some more freebies, okay, everybody? Yeah. Thank you. Okay, stay there, people. Stay there. I'm going to put on another tune, okay? Hold on, because I have to shuffle a bit. Here's what I'm thinking right now. What I'd like to do right now is I'd like to do this reading for Sara Nova regarding her job at Petco. All right? Okay? We're going to do this one right now, but after this one, what I want to do is flip to a lot of really fast, random, like one-card mini readings, okay? I'm still not geared up to it. Tiffany, you have a question, okay? So I'm going to put all these names. We'll try and catch names like Tiffany and... Anyway, we'll come back to that, okay? Let's take care of Sara right now, and then we're going to come back and we're going to start taking names for micro readings, micro one-card readings, all right? So it's all about you now, Sara. All right, here we go. You got it. Thank you, Sara. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Let's go over to the other stage, okay? Stay there. Stay there. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Sara, this is all about you. Questions, curiosity, concerns about the work at Petco. Should I stay or should I go now? There was like an old ancient pop song. Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? Wow. I think I was a child. Here we go, Sara. Oh, I had a friend years ago when I was working in the movie business. She had a part-time job at Petco. She loved it. She freaking loved it. You know, I don't know much about pets and Petco, but she absolutely loved it. Imagine a whole freaking store just for pets. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Let's get this sorted here. I just saw something fly on the screen in bright blue. Thank you, Path. Thank you, Path. As you know, it's all going to the Terra Lumination Retreat Fund. We need hundreds of thousands of dollars, but hey, we got to start somewhere. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. All right, Sara? Don't worry about it. Whatever it says, it's good. Whatever it says, it's good. So you've got every card upside down here. Okay, let me just flip it around because I don't do reversals. Okay, I'm going to play Mystic here. So with the High Priestess here, my feeling is that you're going to know what you need to know when you need to know it on a need-to-know basis according to divine, let's say, divine direction, okay? So to me, it's all about, like, whatever you don't know right now, you don't need to know. Whatever you do know right now needs to be acknowledged, okay? Let's have a look. Oh gosh, all the cards are flipped. Sorry. So with the Two of Pentacles here, there looks to me like there's a lot of ambiguity going on here, and like the energy of being unable to decide what to do or why to do it. In other words, let's say, just put a question mark. Do you want to be at Petco or not? Do you want to work at Petco or not? So what happens if you stay at Petco? Okay? And then if you decide, no, I don't want to be at Petco, what happens if you don't go to Petco? So I'm looking at the energy of decision making here. With this little 2, I think of yes or no, left or right. Am I in? Am I out? And what does that mean? Measurable evidence. The actual measurable evidence, because it's drama whichever way you go. In other words, if I stay, let's say I'm Sara Nova, like I've decided maybe I should just stay, okay? I'm going to say, I'm going to stay. Okay, so what happens? Okay? You don't know. That's why you're here. You're asking these questions. You don't really know what's going to happen, and you won't know what happens unless you decide to stay. Huh? Okay. Also, what happens if you say, you know what? I'm going to go. I'm not sure if I really feel welcome here, and is it worth my time? Am I maximizing my assets, my talents, my gifts, my resources here at Petco? Or am I just treading water and putting up with an awful lot of emotional drama and BS that is really not my business and that I don't really care about? Let's leave. But you don't know what happens when you're going to leave. So it almost kind of doesn't matter. It's almost like, so you don't know what's going to happen if you stay. You don't know what's going to happen if you leave. You already have an idea of what happens, just by showing up at work a day. Like, you know there are certain people you're going to see again and again and again, certain customers, certain activities, and certain practices. But I don't think you would even be asking this question about what about my job at Petco unless you were very, very concerned, like whether you should be there or not. If you decide to stay, what are your chances of promotion? What are the prospects of promotion? Is it worth staying to get a promotion? Is it like a gateway or a stepping stone to something else? Or is it just an endless feedback loop where you've already enjoyed and experienced everything you possibly can at Petco, and that's it? So what am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do now? How am I supposed to maintain balance and equilibrium when I'm emotionally unstable about these things? How am I supposed to maintain my physical, my financial, my worldly, my material security in such a situation? In other words, are your finances going to be seriously affected by staying at the job or not staying at the job? In other words, if you stay at the job, are you missing opportunities to do better somewhere else? If you leave the job, are you going to be missing opportunities to keep collecting a paycheck? Okay? All of these things are swirling around without any obvious solutions at the moment. So what's the challenge here? Okay, so with the Five of Cups, my feeling is that you're having a really hard time admitting that you're not happy. Okay? Like, it's almost like the worst thing you could do right now is admit that you're not happy. Let's say in the workplace, with your job, with your relationships, with your love life, with your home, with your people, with your finances, your worldly stability, and everything. And that's a problem, because if you are ignoring the energy of unhappiness or the energy of grief or the fear of losing like everything that you love, that's a problem, because you're setting yourself up for a tower moment to happen. So my feeling is that there's a lot of buried grief, sorrow, fear of losing on love, losing on something that you love, either by staying or going. It almost doesn't matter whether you stay or whether you go. The real issue, the real challenge looks like deeply buried fears, grief, sorrow that is not being acknowledged, that is not being healed. And when you come to Tarot Illumination, you have to reveal it to heal it. So the actual issue here might be nothing to do with your job at Petco at all. It's just that we're using the Petco story as a cover for something that's much more serious. Okay? So how are we going to deal with this? Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune. My feeling here is to invoke, literally like make an invocation. So I'm going to actually do like a sample for you. Something like this, okay? Please understand, when I see the Wheel of Fortune here, it's an understanding that life does go in ebbs and flows. There are what we call times that really, really suck, and there are times that are really, really amazing. And it all goes in an ebb and a flow, just like ocean waves. Sometimes the periods that really suck go on for years. Sometimes the periods that really good go on for years. And sometimes there are little mini patterns that go on under, like you might have a really big, long, heavy wave of grief and suffering and sorrow that's been with you for a long time, and you've buried it for a long time, and then on top of that you're trying to superimpose a life that has all the the things that constitute what would be happy, like, oh, happiness, I've got a job, I got money, I got stuff to do, things to go, places to do, people count on me and all of that. But in a way, that's just like a Band-Aid. It's like the whole life becomes a Band-Aid to cover something that's actually very painful to you that you don't want to deal with. And so my feeling here is that tonight you're getting this reading here with Tarot Illumination on the understanding that you needed to hear this painful message. Okay, and now it's happening, it's coming out, it's happening in a public forum, but that's probably the best way for it to happen so that everyone here is a witness. So please understand, let's call it the fates, energies, the planets, earth, fire, air, and water, destiny. It's all working for you right now at this moment in time. And that my feeling here is it's nothing, it's obviously the job is important, but my feeling here is that just allow for the so-called fated experience that you ended up here tonight and you heard a message that's almost nothing to do with the Petco or the job. It's much more to do with your own emotional state on the inside, and that you, just by sheer luck, heard this message that you needed to hear, and it was released to you from behind the veil in a need-to-know manner. And now you know. Now, what happens from here, that's a whole other reading, because in some ways we didn't even touch on the Petco job situation. I'm sorry if it didn't come out the way you wanted to hear it or expected, but I'm just giving you the Tarot Illumination interpretation, okay? I see these things like little movies. I feel them like movies, and I see you and feel you as the star in the movie, and then everything else moves around that, okay? So Sara, if it gets really tough, you know where to come, all right? All right, thank you. Let's keep going, people. We're now going to switch into the one-card wonders. We're just going to do a bunch of one-card wonders until Tarot Illumination is wiped out, and then we'll call it quits for the night, okay? Thank you so much, Sara. All the best, okay? All the best, okay? So I see some more new names. Hey, Robyn's Realms, greetings. Hello, Channing, greetings. Okay. I just saw that on the screen. Sara Novit says, maybe I'm too unstable to make a decision. Uh-oh. All right. Hey, Laura. Good evening. Okay. Hello, Kim. Hello, Kathy. Wow. We got a whole bunch of people here tonight. Thank you so much. If this is just a little random Thursday night, just imagine how crazy it's going to be on Sunday. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Brace yourself. Dear regulars, all I'm feeling right now is please brace yourself for Sunday Night Live, because I have a feeling it's going to be like a freaking carnival, like an insane carnival if we're not careful. And we're going to have to get security systems, okay? We might have to get All Sun. Oh, my gosh. We're going to have to call All Sun. All right, let's, what I want to do is, give me a second. I need to go get some replenishments on my beverages. So I will be right back. And I'm going to play some music for you, for all the crazy people out there tonight. And this is an actual homemade Tarot Illumination song, okay? So brace yourself, especially ladies. What I'm going to suggest here, and guys, however many guys, if there's any guys here tonight, please put on your best drag outfit. Just go totally berserk and immerse yourself in the amazing cluster of girl power that we have here tonight, and do a crazy, unimpeded, self-designed dance move to this next song, okay? And I'll be right back. It's called Hey-O. You know this. Some of you know this very well.
One of those days where everything goes wrong. My hair fell out, my heel broke off, I slept through my alarm. I missed the bus tonight, school, my stalker walked me home. I sprayed his face with mace and then he left me all alone. Hey, I'm gonna go out tonight. I'm gonna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. Hey,
Okay, hold on. Something started to happen with the freaking super chat, people. Thank you very much. Channing, you're going to get one, okay? Thank you very much. Ashima, you're going to get one. I just saw a bunch more. Hold on. I got to catch up now with you guys. Stay there. Robyn's Realms, a love gift. Well, why not? We'll just get you one anyway, okay? These are just going to be quickie one cards, okay? So this one's for Robyn's Realms readings, okay? We got a whole string of people now. Who's that? Knock. Who's that? Inkpot. Wow, this is actually crazy good fun. This is so much fun. I'm having a tarot party right now. Yay. So, let's have a look. Danielle. Danielle. Okay. Let's have a look. What else is going on out there? Mary Roshani. Okay. Wow, we got quite a collection here tonight. Yeah. Oh, let's see if I missed anybody. Did I miss anybody? Hey, Kim, I saw that. The name of the song is Hey Oh, and a girl I know, her name is Emma, and she sang it for me. I wrote it, and I was presenting it up to Sony Music, and you know, it was great until she walked out, so I couldn't do anything. I was stuck. So there you go. That's what happens in the music business. Let's have a look. Have I missed anybody? Are there any psychics in the chat? Yes. JGF. JGF. JGF, you sound like a very serious person. Sharon. Sharon's cook, yes. Okay, that's an awful lot of readings, but they are miniature one-card readings, so we'll see what happens. I've never done this before, all right? Okay. Yes. Yeah, okay. All right. Nancy, hi. All right, so that's it, folks. Let's have a look. We got enough. We got a huge pile of readings here, so let's go for it. Look at all these readings we've done already. Look at all this. It's freaking crazy, man. It's amazing what happens, isn't it? So, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Okay. All right, so this is what we've got. So let's get through. We have a whole cluster of readings to do here. Micro readings. These are going to be one card readings. And every now and again, I'm going to pull you know what? This is what we could do. How about this? This is what we can do. All right, let me make some more room here. Hold on. Okay. I gotta make some room for everybody. Inkpot. You know, this whole thing is a huge publicity stunt. The whole of this show tonight is just a massive publicity stunt. Okay? To make people aware of the channel and to come in droves. Yeah, exactly, Lena. Exactly. Ha 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 ha. You read my mind. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 readings, so we could be here for quite a while. Okay, I'm just going to put it like this over here. 4 and 4. I like symmetry. Sometimes I like asymmetry, but right now I just want to have a look. Brandy. Okay, Brandy, why not? Thank you, Brandy. Yeah. Brandy. Oh, where's Brandy? Brandy begs. Okay. Okay. So there we go. Let's just Oh yeah, that's a lot of that's a lot of readings, people. Okay, so let's just go for it. You know, let's just freaking go for it. I don't care. I wasn't aware. I don't know anything until people type in the screen and I'm actually watching the screen. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, I just want to check in with you guys before we do anything else. So give me a moment. What have I done? Path traveler, what have I done? What have I done? I've opened a gate. Thank you, Lena. I'm gonna need it. Thank you. Yes, this is the best channel ever. I'm finally people are figuring out. This is not only the best tarot channel, it is the best YouTube channel. It's a fact. It's a fact. Nikki said so. She did the analysis. It's a fact. So here we are. Hey, Laura. It's okay. We'll do a proper one another time, all right? Okay, here we go. There we go. Let's have a look. So, Lena had a really good idea. We're going to do a card and an oracle, all right? Yeah, you should be nervous, and I'm just going to pick these at random, okay? So you're not going to know who's going to be next. Okay, cards are well shuffled, and we're going to go for it, all right? Stay there. We got to go back to the stage, okay? Okay, this is it, people. This is the time where you should start chewing your fingernails. You need to get your bubble gum going. You need to get your chips and dip going. You need to get your fire extinguisher, get your goggles, get your mittens, get your gloves. Wrap up, protect yourself. Surround yourself with the healing power of love like a lovely, fuzzy, warm blanket, because we have no idea what's going to happen. There could be shrapnel. There could be popcorn exploding everywhere. There could be hot dogs that fall in your lap and you're covered in ketchup and mustard and relish. But that's what happens at this show. Okay? Okay, here we go. All right, Channing, you're up. I'm going to put you in the center stage now. We got to have something fancy in the center. Stay there. All right, so this makes it a little bit more formal, okay? So I've just got to try and make some extra room here. I'm going to put this in the middle. So this means you're the star of the show. Gosh, you can hardly tell the difference between the Lucky Dip box. No, I'm going to get the big red one. Dun, 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 dun. You know what? It's not going to work. Forget it. I don't have enough time or space to do all that. So what we're going to do is just going to tidy up things over here. Make some space, make some room. Any latecomers over here? Oh, actually, here's what we're going to do. And then we're going to just do this. Just from now on, what I would invite you to do is treat this whole event kind of like one of those demolition derby things. Have you guys ever been to a demolition derby where it just goes crazy and we just have lots of car crashes, and the whole idea is to have an awful lot of fun and it gets very messy, okay? But it's fun, okay? Don't be scared. All right, here we go. So I'm going to pull one card from here and then one card from here. All right, Channing? I'm not going to even tell you what the message, or what the subject matter is. We don't have enough time. I'm just going to go freaking totally, utterly blind. So what messages do the cards have for Channing tonight? Thank you very, very much, dear amazing guides. I'm seriously leaning on my own invisible friends right now. So I'm going to cut it all up and then I'm going to pull the top card. So this is the top card, Channing. And we have for you, that's upside down. Well, the whole freaking deck is upside down. Okay, so I'll do it like this. 9 of Pentacles. Dear Channing, thank you very much for the super chat. There is your reading. Bye. Just kidding. Just kidding. Because this little Nine of Pentacles is all about the money. All about abundance. So my feeling, the message here is, dear Channing, Tarot Illumination, especially all the amazing invisible friends around us all right now, because right now I feel that we're completely saturated with our invisible friends. Like it's a freaking like barbecue party that got gate crashed and it got out of control, and every single invisible friend that you didn't even know you had, they're here with you tonight, okay? And the message is, please, Channing, please understand how incredibly fortunate you are in one form or another. You might have multiple talents, gifts, resources, or whatever it is, but the important thing, right, my feeling right now is that if you're doubting your own self-worth, if you're doubting your place in this world or your value to others, or whether, you know, what your values are and how things are morphing and changing, like with the huge thing that happened with Uranus and Taurus at 0 degrees, there have been big shifts for a lot of people. I call it the gateway. I put a whole playlist about that for, what now through the gateway. My feeling is that this is very much to do with going through the gateway, as though I just happened to bump into you and you happened to bump into me as you got off the Carnival cruise ship and landed on the ground, and I just handed you your Tarot Illumination tourist brochure, and I gave you a little wink, and I said, dear Channing, there is the world, there is the universe in front of you. Here is the gateway. Move through that gateway. And by the way, do not forget how incredibly lucky you are already. How abundant you are already. Because if you want to look at the rest of the world, believe me, there's an awful lot of people out there in the rest of the world, and they have lives that seriously, in many ways, materially, physically, financially, resourcefully, opportunistically, suck in comparison to the incredible abundance that we have here tonight, that we are sharing with ourselves and each other. And so, in order for this to happen, we're going to ask you to surrender. Here's the healing power of surrender. Oh my gosh, I can see we've got 8 more readings, so we're going to be here for a while, people. I hope you can settle in. Okay, settle in, settle in. So, the power of surrender, okay? I'm going to keep this short and sweet. The thing is, Channing, once I've started on this stuff, everything unfolds like a movie for me, and I can't stop it when it's going. So I'm just going to pull the top card. I'm going to cut it up and pull the top card, okay? And that's it. I might change my patterns in a moment, but we'll see for now. So here's your card. There's a tremendous amount of power in surrender, but it goes totally contradictory to the ego. Oh, surrender your fear of intimacy, okay? I'll just read it, okay? It says, you are ready to let love in, compassionately identify, and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. So I don't know if you heard the way I said this, but this is essentially a command. This is a command coming to you from the heavens. It says, you are ready to let love in. It looks to me like you deserve it. You are valuable and you are valued. You are able to be valued if you allow that happen. So compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. So you know what that means. You've got to reveal it to heal it. You've got to, in other words, write a list. What is it that scares you about intimacy? Is it sexual diseases? Is it financial predatorship? Is it having to take the risk of sleeping with someone and discovering they're not your true mate? Whatever it is, write a list of all the things that terrify you and that stop you from greater intimacy. And then, once you reveal it, then we have a chance to heal it. So this is a doorway reading. This is a gateway reading, okay? Thank you very much. Thank you, Channing. I hope that helped you. Okay. I saw that, JGF. Everybody sort of kind of wants to hear mine next, I think, sort of. And that's a very cheesy smile. I feel like torturing you and saying no, no. But on the other hand, it takes a lot of bravado and courage to write something like that on the screen. So I'm going to applaud you and I'm going to reward you. Oh, look at this. I'm doing the whole freaking deck upside down. Oh my God. What a mess, people. What were we thinking when we showed up tonight? See, I might as well just start all over again. And here's another card that's out of whack. What a freaking mess. It's all your fault, JGF. You distracted me. You stopped me from doing my job. It's all your fault. Everything that goes wrong, that's bad for the rest of the show tonight, it's all because of JGF, okay? That's how it is. I'm just kidding. All right. Let me just clear the deck here. Thank you, Channing. I hope you got something out of that and hope it makes sense to you in some way, shape, or form, okay? All right, let's have a look. Thank you, Channing. Next up, because you had the nerve, because you simply had the nerve to ask, we're going to do it. JGF, you're next. Okay, so we're shuffled here. I'm going to shuffle over here. Give me a moment. And we're going to go straight into your reading. JGF. So you are a rascal, and you have been told that you're a rascal. Rascals have a very definitive hallmark. They have the hallmark of being a rascal, and you have already vividly displayed your hallmark. Okay? It is without question, it's without doubt that you are, in fact, a rascal. You are a rascal, JGF. Were you a troublemaker as a child? And then did you enjoy being a troublemaker as a child? All right, let's see what happens. JGF, anything can happen here. In fact, I'm done shuffling. I'm done shuffling for you. You're just going to get the cards exactly as they are. Thank you very much. Here you go. You're going to get the top card, and you have the Ace of Cups. Man, it's like... Okay, let's just say... boldness rules. Like, what's that expression? Like, he who dares wins, or she who dares wins. That's what I think is going on here, JGF. You have a lot of BALLS regardless of your gender. JGF. You have a lot of you're a rapscallion. In the old-fashioned way, you would be called a rapscallion. And someone would be chasing you around the yard for causing mischief, for stealing cookies, for pulling down people's pants, for spreading rumors that are insanely untrue, just to see the mischief that would happen. So with the Ace of Cups here, JGF, you are being rewarded. I know it sounds absurd. To me, it looks like you are being rewarded for being a rascal. Okay, that sounds really absurd, but that's what I'm sensing here. Your rascalness is actually an indication of boldness, of a deep commitment to living absolutely in the present, in the now, in full honor and respect of your true identity, which is to be a rascal. And you're getting it. And it's like a gateway, and it opens for you, and it's a loving energy. I don't see anything like malicious about any of this. Rascals can be rascals without causing any actual trouble. They're actually like mischievous, and they stir things up because everybody else needs to be stirred up. And sometimes it takes a rascal to stir things up. And in so doing, by honoring your true nature, you open the gateways, you open the opportunity for the healing power of love to flow into your life from up above, just like we do here on the channel. And it's just that you go about it in a very peculiar way. Okay? I hope that makes sense. And it's almost like it's not fair. It's almost like it's not fair, JGF. How come you get to do this and be all this and have this when it's so hard for everybody else? What is your secret? If you have a secret, JGF, you have to confide to the rest of us here tonight. Now, don't go off on a big power trip because of all of this. Okay? I'm going to give you your oracle card here. And your oracle card is the power of surrender. It goes completely against your ego. Surrender to what is. Oh, no, that doesn't make any sense to me right now. Okay. Oh, you know what I'm sensing? You know what I'm sensing, JGF? Your mischievousness, your rapscallion nature is all a cover. It's all a freaking cover-up, because deep inside, you're possibly terrified of the facts. And so you stir the pot, stir it up, so that it's almost like sending up smoke screens. So you don't have to deal with what you have to deal with, so that you don't have to deal with what you've dreaded to have to deal with, and the truth of what is. So if there are some deeply hidden truth and facts in your life, in your world about you, that you're doing everything in your most rascalous power to avoid, then the power, this card here is surrender to what is. Surrender to facts, surrender to truth. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, which you would normally do through your rascalous behavior, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. Aha! So there is a very profound message in this 2-card reading, JGF, and I hope you understand. Thank you very much. That's it. Let's keep going, people. We have a lot of people to read tonight, and it's all... So I'm just shuffling up this deck for the next person. We don't even know who the next lucky person is going to be. Jeepers, JGF. What an absolutely insane reading that was. 2 cards. Insane. What a... Literally. What was I thinking? What on earth was I thinking doing 2-card readings? 1-card tarot, 1-card oracle. We've opened up, we've unleashed the monster. Oh, man. We can't turn back now. It's impossible. There's no turning back, people. I have to walk the talk. I have to live by example. I have to say, I've set this thing up. It's happening, and it's happening right now. Thank you very much. Next, we're going to have Mary Roshani. Mary Roshani, I hope you're here. I'm just going to check in with you over here. Hold on. Mary Roshani, are you there? Are you there? This one is for you. I look like a mad scientist now, but that's just how I am. Mary Roshani, you're next, okay? All right? I see you. I see you. I see you. Okay, let's go back to the stage. That's you, Mary Roshani. You're next, okay? This is all about Mary Roshani now, people. I'm going to line these up differently so you get a better visual, and I get a better visual so I can focus my attention properly. Okay. setting new precedents here on Tarot Illumination. I gotta shuffle, I have to shuffle, I have to keep shuffling. Here you go, Mary. It's freaky, isn't it? Just a one-card reading and then an oracle. I just hope it makes... Look at that. I don't do that, okay? It happened for a reason, but I don't do it. I'm going to acknowledge that that just happened, okay? You saw that little quick flip there? I just felt like this kind of weird, like... You know, I feel like I have a very vivid relationship with my invisible friends, and that was like a mischief thing. It's almost like, you know how friends do that to each other? They'll do something like they'll stick your fingers in the side of your ribs just to tease you, and you kind of go, ugh! And it's actually an uncomfortable experience, but because it's done with love and it's done with jest, it becomes joyful. So that's what I think just happened here. Okay? And that's for your benefit. It's for our benefit. It's for the benefit of the whole channel. In other words, the energy of fun is very, very important to being who we are and what we do and how we do it, how we live our life. If you take everything too seriously, you're just building pathways. You're adding cement and bricks and foundations to a world of misery. Who needs that? All right, Mary, let's cut it up. Let's do this, people. Here is your card. Here is your card. You have the Two of Swords. Okay, so immediately I'm starting to feel like it's really important now for you, Mary, to make specific decisions to trust more and more and more into your, what I would call psychic awareness, okay? Like your intuition, your ability to read synchronistic events, psychic experiences, the energy from the great beyond that you would not normally talk about. I'm talking about, you know, you have your eyes, your nose, your ears, your mouth, your, you know, like the skin on your body, the sensory parts of our body, all of that. And that goes straight into our limbic system, which allows us to live our lives. So like, oh, I'm hungry, I need to eat. Oh, I'm feeling passionate, I need to have a relationship and get laid. Or I'm feeling like broke, so I need to get a job and make money. I'm feeling stupid, so I need to get an education. Whatever it is, and all of that happens on autopilot, okay? Oh, I need to go to the bathroom. That's all autopilot, okay? But all of this here for you, Mary, is to me it's a message that, like, whether you like it or know it or not, the world of clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance, clairsmelliance, clairintuitiveness, clairwannabeance, you know, all that ESP stuff, extrasensory perception, all that HSP stuff, becoming high sensory perception person. That is happening to you now, and to me it looks like the message is important that you need to be, it's almost like, please treat this as an incredible privilege and an incredible opportunity. Like, look at your whole world around you as an experience, like as a psychic experience. About sensory perception, and then you see everything in a whole new perspective, and then it gives you a completely different view of life, and it gives you the opportunity to make decisions in ways that you would have never ever done before, because of all the new information, new knowledge, new understandings that is coming to you from the world of intuition. What are you going to have to surrender in order for this to happen? Because, Mary, if you are deeply vested in a physical three-dimensional world, including being here at the channel where you're watching it on like a device and it's using electricity and lights and cameras, and you're there and Terra Lumination is here and this is happening live right now. That is all three-dimensional stuff. But the stuff that we're doing relates to the great beyond, okay? See, you're in the vortex right now. Whether you like it or not, you might be feeling this like, oh, this is so fun and cool to hang out with Terra Lumination on the like this weird random you know, freebie giveaway readings thing tonight. But there's actually something much bigger going on. It's for you, Mary. It's about you opening up to the world of extrasensory perception, and that can be very frightening at times. So it means you have to like give up your understandings of what you thought is the world or was the world, because everything changes. The more and more and more you open up to your higher sensory perceptions, the more your understanding of life in the world and everything changes. So that means having to surrender and let go of all your pre-existing assumptions, okay? And that can be really hard to do. Wow, that was a freak card. I didn't touch it. But again, I think it's much more to do with mischief. Here is your card. Surrender to creativity. Oh, look. Okay. Dear Mary Roshani, let your imagination soar. Stay open to all the creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. To me, Mary, it's very, very much about putting these two cards together. It is really, really time for you to tune into your creativity, tune into your divine inspiration, all the messages coming to you from the great beyond about how to pursue your dreams and solve problems. You can't do it the way things are right now. You can't do it on a three-dimensional perspective. You need to go five-dimensional, 5D, 7D, 11D, okay? Surrender to creativity. You've got it, all right? Thank you, Mary. I hope it makes sense for you. Okay, I'm going to put this away. Danielle, you're next. I'm going to shuffle up the cards now, right now, okay? All right, so this whole thing is getting really trippy. I feel like I'm on a magic carpet ride. And this is what it kind of like happens when I do personal readings with people and we go very deep into like a one-on-one thing. And it's like literally we're in a movie together and we're exchanging notes. You know how people do that when they're watching movies? They talk to each other and they eat popcorn and chew chips and annoy everybody else because they're talking over the movie, trying to figure out the plot points as they go along. So that's kind of how things are right now. We're deep in the zone here, people. Danielle, you are up next. I hope you're ready. Danielle, I hope you heard your message. You are up next. So please put yourself at center stage. Gather your invisible friends. Put on protective clothing. If you have to, wear overalls. It could help in this situation. Ketchup could be flying everywhere. Mustard, there could be spilled drinks everywhere because everyone else is going to be minding their own business, observing whatever they do and wondering what's going to happen to you. Things can get very, very messy here, okay? So just allow for that, all right, Danielle? All right, here we go. We're going to pick one card for you, Danielle, and we're going to see and feel what the message is. What message does the card have for Danielle? So you have the Ace of Swords. Wow. I'm getting an awful lot of aces in readings lately, people, just so that you know. I think it's very much to do with the full moon that happened recently on the Aries-Libra axis at 0 degrees, and at the same time when Uranus moved into Taurus at 0 degrees. So my feeling is, Danielle, right now, please be aware that you are, whether you like it or know it or not, you're surrounded by the energy of divine opportunity for radical new, like, shifts in awakening and understanding about how the universe works as opposed to how you thought it worked. I think this card is very much to do with the future and the light that's going to unfold in front of you now, where it's almost like we just kind of go do this. Okay, watch this, Danielle. Watch this very carefully. Like, there's life before this, and then there's life after this. And this moment here is literally like a light bulb switch. It's just like, okay, that's it. And all of a sudden, there's this new opportunity, new potential for new understandings. Now, how that happens, I don't know. That's kind of your business. But I have a feeling that you need to know that you are in a gateway of opportunity here, where new perceptions and understandings are going to be coming to you, and it is time for this to happen. This is unavoidable. You've asked for this, you've wanted this, you've deserved this, and now you've got it. This wouldn't be here unless you'd worked for it or earned it, okay? What are you going to have to do? Because to me, this implies, when I see this here, this implies having to almost like blink and rub your eyes, you know, like, what the? Like, I feel a really strong energy of like, what the uck? Oh my God. Like, I had no idea the universe that way worked this way. I never allowed for people to relate to me this way. I never allowed for new perceptions, new thoughts or understandings to come to me this way, but it is happening and it is coming to you. So it might mean having to let go of preconceptions about life in the world and everything that are already deeply bedded inside of you that are now obsolete. So let's have a look. What's the energy here with surrender? Oh no, we're doing this again? Please, surrender to what is. I shuffled all these cards. You saw me. You were a witness. Okay, Danielle? I'm going to just say the message again. Surrender to what is. Facts, truth, reality, information, indisputable fact. Not kind of this, or maybe it should be this, or I wish things could be that way, or I wish things could be that way. If only this, or if only that, or maybe this, or maybe that. No, this is a very strong message. It's time to deal with facts, information, raw reality exactly as it is. Flow with what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. Don't hide. You can't hide it and repress it forever, or suppress it or ignore it. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. Okay, the message here essentially, Danielle, is everything in your life, in your world right now is exactly as it should be. And why is that? Answer, because it can't be any other way. Everything is exactly as it is. The illusions, the misunderstandings, the confusion, the truth, the facts, the knowledge, the information, all of that's happening simultaneously. And it's better just to face it, okay? Accepting things exactly as they are will bring you peace, okay? So that's the message. Thank you, Danielle. I hope you can retranslate that and reinterpret this to suit you, because we're going way out on the fringes here tonight. Oh, I hope you've got plenty of napkins to mop up after that. Let's see who's next. Robyn's Realms Readings, you're going to be next. Okay? All right, let's have a look. Let's just go for it, people. This is all, tonight is a huge publicity stunt. You've probably figured that out already. We're just trying to promote the channel and give away lots of freebies, and thank you for the donations from everybody. Robyn's Realms, you're up next, okay? I'm just going to do a little bit more shuffling here so that we have a nice clean, clear deck. Thank you, Robyn's Realms. You're a total trooper. Okay, Robyn's, what's going on with you? Isn't it amazing how all this stuff happens in real time? You get a reading last week or last month and then everything changes. Cards are shuffled. You're a witness. We're going to just pull one. So we're going through all this stuff really fast. Okay, I hope you don't mind. Robyn's Realm, here is your card. You had the Strength card. We've had a lot of major arcana here tonight. I think it must be something to do with the fact that we're pulling single card readings. So there's huge amounts of energy being squashed into a single card. So Robyn's Realms, my feeling is that you're being challenged right now. You're kind of going through this like, to me it almost feels like it's convulsive, like there's a part of you which is really coming alive, like coming into your element, feeling like alive, more human, more powerful, more raw, more vibrant, more passionate, more capable, more valuable, more amazing than ever before. And that's absolute raw human energy. And at the same time, you know, with the Strength card here, there's a very powerful, but a very subtle reminder, like, what exactly are you doing, Robyn's Realms readings? What exactly are you doing with your newfound power, your newfound light, your newfound radiance, your newfound passion? Because at the frequencies where you are vibrating, there are huge responsibilities. In other words, if it's all about self-aggrandizement and being like the most amazing, like rock star person, then sure, that could be very satisfying. But does that actually work in the service of your divine mission for being here on this planet for who you really are? Something to consider. I know deep down you already know the answers to this, but I feel that there's a lot of energy moving into you and through you, and it's coming to you, and it will continue to grow. And the question is maintaining your spiritual integrity, your relationship with heaven, basically, with the healing power of love. So this is already shuffled, but I'm just going to do one last pass again, okay? Okay, that's good. Let's pull your card here. All right, here we go. Here's what we have for you. Surrender frustration. Oh, Robyn's Realms. You know what I'm feeling here when I see this? Surrender frustration. To me, it looks like there's so much pent-up energy inside of you that has been like simmering inside of you for a long time. And now things are happening for you. And it's just making you almost like drunk, dizzy with the sense of passion and life and coming into your power. And then once you just have even the tiniest taste of it, you want more and more and so much more, which is perfectly understandable, especially if you've been living in ways that are, let's say, less than you, or where you've been disempowered, or you disempowered yourself, or you allowed others to disempower you. And then so going, like, once you have a tiny taste of what it's like to be in your power, then of course you want so much more. And of course it looks also to me like you're under a lot of pressure to take your power and your vital energies as the person that you are and dedicate that to something of a very like high frequency divine calling. Otherwise it just becomes very egoic and self-serving. like just trying to be a rock star for the sake of being a rock star, as opposed to what are you really doing here? So surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Okay? Okay, so Robyn's realms. This to me looks, it's very, very simple. I think somebody typed onto the screen. I caught a glimpse of it. Tarot Lumination. Take a breath. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing that. I'm taking advantage of this reading. To center myself, okay? And all this is doing here is asking you to do the same thing. There's a lot of energy surging and moving through you, and it's like the more you have, the more you want. It's like having a taste of it and going for it. So just take it gently, breathe gently, breathe through the whole process, and allow things to unfold naturally, okay? So I hope that made sense to you, Robyn's Realms, in whatever aspect of life this makes sense, okay? So I'm just going to shuffle these up. Brandy. Brandy Beggs, you're next, okay? Brandy, you got it? Brandy, I hope you're still here. Brandy Beggs, you're up. Okay, I'm just freaking going for it right now, people. I have no idea what's going on over there, over in the chats with you guys. Let me just check in. I really need to check in. Hold on, stay there. I want to shuffle the cards first, and then I'm going to give myself a little mini break because we still have 4 more readings, all right? And I think I set myself up for a lot more work than I was expecting, but I kind of don't care. I'm having a lot of fun. I really love doing this, as you know. I would do this till I drop if I could, but it can actually be very demanding on the psyche, on the emotional body. So I have to find ways to kind of stop myself, because I'm sort of like a tarot junkie in some ways. Just like I talk to people who are compassion junkies. So I have to live by example. I have to know when to stop, and then I have to stop. You know, I could almost have taken that reading for Robyn's Realms as my own reading if I really wanted to. You know? So Brandy, you're up next, all right? I just need a tiny break. I need to check in with you guys, make sure everything's okay, and then we'll come back and read for you, Brandy, all right? So hang in there. Hang in there. All right, let's have a look. I'm going to play a song called The Blue Light. This song is kind of very much about the psychic energies and the auras that all of us radiate. If you could actually see the auras that you radiate, the energies that you radiate, you might be shocked. And then you might realize, I need to take a lot more responsibility for the energies that I radiate out into the world. Okay? So I'm going to do this now. Here we go.
Witnessed the blue lights around you, mixed with gold and turquoise surrounding you. pouring down on you like a shower that you shared with us for an hour. And though sometimes it feels like it's fading, I know you won't let it all disappear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. We need the light shining eternal, most especially when things get infernal. When things get all battered and shattered, lost in darkness, that's when it matters. And though sometimes it feels like it's fading, I know you won't let it all disappear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear.
So, I hope you liked that little song. I hope you liked that one. I haven't played that for a while. And there's another song that I would love to play you, but something's gone wrong with the stream. I don't know what it is. I think it's because we put music on. I'm not sure. So, alright. For some reason, the red lights are flashing and beeping here right now. Like there's something wrong with the stream. I don't know what it is. Is everybody okay? Is everybody okay? I hope so. We have a lot of work to do. Okay? Alright. Brandy, you're up. Let's go back to the show, people. Hold on. Alright, so we're going to go back to the other stage, okay? We're going to go back to the other stage and we're going to read for Brandy Beggs, alright? Hey, Nikki, I can't play the Ether song. I can't play it because what happens is something's going on with YouTube and Spotify and CD Baby and ASCAP and everything. They shut the video down and they take all the money. I don't understand it. It's my song. I wrote it. I'm playing it on my channel, but they shut me down. Can you see? Can you understand why I'm so terrified of the music industry? It's a fact. I don't like it, but I am. Okay. So, anyway, let's get back to Brandy, all right? Brandy, you're up, okay? All right, Brandy, you are up. Here we go. Cards are already well shuffled. We're going to see what kind of messages come out for you, Brandy. Thank you for giving me a chance for a little bit of a break there. I had to kind of break up the vibe. Sometimes it gets so freaking trippy here that it's like you're on a movie set, or you actually end up like you actually think you're in a movie. You actually feel like you're in a movie. You're not just watching it, you're actually in it. That's what it's like here behind the scenes at Tarot Lumination. I'm just going to shuffle this up to make sure. Okay, Brandy, you're good? You're good? Yeah, Nikki, regarding that song, everybody, it's called Through the Ether. It's called, I'm just going to type it on the screen, okay, Nikki? Hold on, I'm going to take your advice here. Through the ether. Okay. So everybody, I just typed in the title of a song. It's called Through the Ether. And it's now it's all over things like Spotify and CD Baby and iTunes and whatever. And I wasn't expecting it. I was just filling out some forms. I was trying to do something sensible, and I've kind of lost control of the song, and I dare not play it on my channel. I dare not even do a cover version on my channel. But if you want to listen to it, you can go to the channel, you can go to the songs playlist, and the song is there. And my channel will not be penalized. You can just play it like a regular, YouTube video, okay? But I can't play it. I know, it sounds freaking weird, doesn't it? Figure that out. That's how weird it is being Tarot Lumination. Doesn't make any sense. Welcome to the world of Tarot Lumination. Okay, so for some reason, my indicators here are showing that the live stream is getting very bad right now. I don't know if it's very bad for you guys. It looks like with everything's okay. But anyway, let's go for it. Brandy, you're up. I'm going to cut up the cards now. You're next. Here is your card. It's all ready to come to you. Brandy Becks. Okay, we're going totally blind. All right, Brandy? I hope you don't mind. You have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, there's something wacky here. I just want to check something. Please give me a moment. I have to tell you something, Brandy. Brandy, I have to tell you something. The whole deck is upright. And this card came out reversed. I don't read reversals. I have now switched it upright, okay? But what it's telling me is that you need to be very alert right now. Be extremely, extremely alert to what I would call like the emotional subcurrents to your life and world around you. Like, everything may not be as it seems, okay? Whatever is being presented to you, whatever anybody's telling you, whatever life feels like or what you think it is or how it could be or how it should be, that's not actually how it is. What's actually happening is, I don't know how else, I'm going to try and describe the energy that I'm feeling for you, Brandy, on this card. What I'm feeling is it's the energy of complete denial or unawareness that something really profound and important is happening deep inside you or around you or in the world around you that has the potential to be very destabilizing. Okay, I'm not trying to scare you, but it's the kind of energy you feel when you forgot to watch the weather program. You forgot to watch the Weather Channel, and everyone else is preparing for a hurricane or a big rainstorm, and you're still wandering around in shorts and or winter or something as if nothing's going to happen. Everything's just fine. And then, so my feeling here is with the Two of Pentacles, please be aware that the energies are shifting around you in ways that could be quite destabilizing, and that you need to be aware that you could be taken off center. So, you know, have you ever been sailing, Brandy, on those ships and boats where, like, the boat is doing this and the boat is doing that, but they have something called a gimbal, and a gimbal is this thing, like it's an amazing hinge, and it allows things like tables and chairs and flat surfaces to stay horizontal. So even though the ocean is wobbling around you and the boat is shifting and going up and down, you still have like a safe place where you can place a glass of water or do your cooking or sit down, and the chair will move, the table will move in ways you don't see it, but like everything else moves around you, but you stay okay, you stay stable. So with this little energy here, my feeling is that, Brandy, like, be very, very careful right now, whatever it is. If you're surrounded by drama that makes no sense to you, or there's a lot of emotional subcurrents or activities going on in your life right now that are actually potentially very destabilizing, but you're either ignoring it or you're not aware of it or it never occurred to you, please be aware that that energy is out there, and you're going to have to find ways to stabilize. Your personal gimbals are going to be activated. It's like the feeling of being on a sailboat out in the middle of the ocean, and everything's been fine, and you decide to go in and take a break, take a rest, and everything's set up, but you didn't unlock the gimbals. And so when some kind of weird wave or something starts to happen, then everything gets spilt on the floor. So all I'm saying right now is, please be aware that the currents around you in some ways are quite fluid, in very unpredictable ways. And the way to handle it is to unlock the gimbal and allow yourself to free float so that you stay stable while all the other stuff moves around you, okay? So that you don't come unglued, so that you don't become a victim, so that your values, your belief, your belongings, the things that you love, the things that you've worked for, that you've earned, don't go into a state of jeopardy, okay? So let's have a look. You might not used to be, and you might not be used to living like this, life this way, or getting bizarre tarot readings like this, but there's usually a very important message that comes through, and I just hope it makes sense to you in some way, okay? And it's very hard for me to check in with the chats and the people on the screens when I do these things at this time. But if you need to, check in with anyone and everyone here, because there's a lot of amazingly talented people here, including probably several readers and a few psychics and a few healers among everybody else. So if you need an alternative or a little bit of perspective, don't be scared to reach out. So it might require you having to surrender and let go of certain belief systems in your life, okay? So I'm going to pull this card for you now. Cards are well shuffled. We're just going to go for it. What is it that Brandy Beggs needs to surrender in order to move on smoothly with life, okay? Surrender to your soul's path. Wow, okay. Okay, let me go back over here. I need to get to this. I'm going to read the card just straight up. So it's a beautiful image. It's basically like a man-made bridge that's covered in plants and vines and everything, deep, deep into the forest. This is almost identical to the experiences that I had in New Zealand recently, where I was profoundly moved by being so deep into nature, where I felt like I didn't exist anymore as a person and it didn't matter. The only thing that mattered was being in connection with nature and the divine sense of energy of being completely immersed in the now. Forget the past, forget the future, and nature was doing all the talking for me, and I listened, and it was like being in heaven. So here's the message: surrender to your soul's path. Dear Brandy Beggs, your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson at every moment, okay? It might be to do with turbulence and shifts that are going on in your life. Embrace these things as vital ingredients to your soul's growth, your soul's path, okay? I'll just show these up to you close up so you can remember, okay? So, Brandy, you can also, later on, if you need to, you can do an action replay rewind to get this, like it's a little micro reading just for you. But I'm hoping this resonates with you deep, deep inside, very, very deeply inside of you. Like you really needed to hear this, okay? All right, thanks, Brandy. Inkpot, you're up next. Let me just shuffle the cards properly. Hold on. I need another music break, people. Gosh, I'm going to have to take more and more breaks to get through. We got to read for Inkpot, Ashima, and Sharon. I hope you guys can still hang in, okay? I just saw something on the screen from you, Pat, like, hey, well, it's like, get used to it. Welcome to the love tribe. Welcome to the love tribe, Brandy. Okay, this is a good shuffle here. That's pretty good for a show like this tonight. Next up is Inkpot. Inkpot, I hope you are still here. Inkpot, I see you with a big purple heart. You are my hero right now for hanging in so long, so late that we're going to do this. This has been very exciting and a lot of fun doing all these like spontaneous random freebies for you guys. I have to admit, I've wanted to do one card readings for a long time. I never had the nerve to do it, but we're doing it tonight. Thank you. All right, I need more. I need more fuel. I need more fuel, people. Cheers. Thank you, Brandy. I'm glad you got something out of that. Inkpot, you're up next. Cards are already shuffled. You are a witness, so we're going to go straight to the cut. Here you are. Look, we've had this a few times tonight already. All right. Inkpot. To me, it feels like a fairly similar message, but it's more like, to me, it feels more compressed here in your situation. Like, to me, the message here with this Two of Swords for you, Inkpot, is to please pay very, very close attention to your intuition, your psychic messages, like the energy of synchronicity. It's time for you to get deeper and deeper and deeper into that stuff, where you start to see the world from new perspectives, like, oh my gosh, now I'm seeing how this connects with that, and how I had that flash of inspiration, and maybe I should have listened to it. Because, you know, Inkpot, you're always receiving energy from the universe. You are always transmitting energy, just like an antenna, just like a smartphone, okay? And you're also receiving energy from the universe, just like a smartphone. And the way she's dressed here with blindfolds, in many ways, that's the best way to receive the energy, because the energy that we're talking about here does not register in our body through our eyes, our ears, our nose, our mouth, our skin, our, what are the other five senses? I don't know. I can't remember all of them. The energy that I'm talking about here is like the psychic energy coming to you in terms of synchronicity, like messages from the great beyond, like spontaneous knowledge, spontaneous knowing, instantaneous like awareness, like aha, and then knowing it and then trusting that information. So for that to happen, again, it's like something what happened earlier. You have to believe it. It's very important to understand that you have very powerful antenna and that they are there for a reason. A lot of people suppress this energy and they cover it up, and they are because they're very scared. They're very scared of those energies because they don't make sense and they doesn't correspond to a three-dimensional life. What I'm suggesting with you, Inkpot, is you already know this, and then it's time to take it like this and go deeper where you tune in more and more and more and more to the your higher consciousness, your higher sense of your ESP, your extrasensory perception, your heightened sensory perceptions. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Go deeper, go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. Okay? What's the problem with this? Well, first of all, without even pulling this card, there is a big problem because it means you have to go kind of deeper into the unknown. It means you have to trust more and more and more into things that are very hard to trust. You know? Things like synchronicity, messages from the beyond, conversations with your angels, the feeling of divine connection with your invisible friends. How do you measure that? How do you prove it? It's almost impossible. It's almost impossible on this planet unless you have an actual experience that cannot be explained any other way. Okay? And that's one of the problems of being psychic or being a medium. There are a couple of people here tonight who are professional working psychics and mediums, I believe, and they would probably understand what we're talking about here. Sometimes it can be extremely hard to carry these energies because it doesn't make sense until you're in it at the moment. I don't know if you've ever had psychic readings or medium readings, Inkpot, or whether you've done them or whether you do them or anything, but it happens like, because I used to do that for work, and it can be very disorienting and very disturbing for the client when you tell them something that I couldn't possibly have known. But it comes out as pure, simple truth and information, and the only way you can explain it is because it's messages from the great beyond. All right? So Inkpot, don't worry. So if you're going through like a really serious growth phase right now, where you're feeling the energy here and you understand what we're talking about, it can make you also very scared, because when people open their psychic portals, it can be very disorienting, and you've had the tendency to retreat and want to go back and live a very, very conventional three-dimensional life and then forget about all this stuff. So that's not allowed. It's not allowed for you, Inkpot. So I just cut these cards, I believe, so I'm going to pull the top card. Okay, this is more, this is, no, excuse me, Inkpot, I'm not going to let you have that card. It's something felt wrong about it. I'm going to cut it up and shuffle again. It's a repeat card, and it made me feel very uncomfortable because just before I pulled that card, I felt like I hadn't done enough shuffling and cutting. But I went ahead anyway, and I'm very glad now that I stopped and I'm flipped. So please forgive me if it looks like I've upset everything, but I have to shuffle more and cut more. All right, we're good. Here we go. Okay, now your card is, this is your actual card. Surrender comparisons with other people. Wow, Inkpot. Oh, let's just read it. It says here, keep your eyes trained on yourself. Okay? Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Don't worry about everyone else. Don't worry if you appear weird and more bizarre and strange and weird to other people as you evolve and grow on your path of becoming more intuitive, more psychic, more clairsentient, more clairaudient, more clairvoyant, more connected with divine inspiration and spontaneous knowing and synchronicity. It's going to feel strange, and you're going to feel more and more alienated from some of the people that you know. And this is surrendering you. This is basically telling you, don't worry about it, okay? You are changing and you're going to change. And it's irrevocable. So keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths and attractiveness and your own power, okay? Thank you, Inkpot. Okay, time for some music, people. Sharon, you're up next. Sharon, you're up next. Hold on, let me go over here. I gotta shuffle up. Let me put on some music. Hold on. I want to do something.
I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I gotta tune in to what the angels say. I listen for the good news coming my way. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. Do 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 walking in circles, feeding all the birds, climbing up a mountain, looking around, yeah, yeah, smelling all the flowers, staring at the moon. I listen to the waves come crashing down, down, whoa, whoa. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I gotta tune in to what the angels say. I listen for the good news coming my way. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. Smelling all the flowers, staring at the moon. Listen to the waves come crashing down, down. Walking in circles, feeding all the birds, climbing up a mountain, looking around. Yeah, 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 I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I gotta tune in to what the angels say. I'm waiting on the good news coming my way. Hey, hey. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. Do 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 ba do ba do 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 I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I gotta tune in to what the angels say. I listen for the good news coming my way. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today.
All right, let's have a look. I just want to check in with everybody. Greetings. What a crazy night, huh? What a crazy, crazy and fun evening. Spontaneous lunacy. Yeah. So, we have someone from France. Oh, well, I have French blood inside of me, if you can believe that, people. I have a lot of French DNA, France DNA inside of Tarot Lumination. There we go. Thank you so much. Inkpot, I hope you get something out of that reading. I hope it makes sense to you in some way or other, okay? Now, we're going to go to Sharon. Sharon, I hope you're still here. Are you still here, Sharon? Sharon, if you're still here, could you type in the screen and let everybody know? Because you're up next, all right? So I'm sorry it's taken so long, but we had a lot of people. I didn't expect so much, and I'm just trying to keep up with things, okay? And, okay, I see you. I see you on the screen. I got it. Thank you so much. That's for you. That's you, Sharon. You're up next. And then after Sharon, we have Ashima. And I see you, too, on the screen, okay? Okay. So there we go. All right? So we've got 2 more readings, people. All right, let's go back to the stage. Come on, let's head over there, people. Thank you much. All right, now we have the star of the show right now tonight at this very moment in time. It's 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, so it's midnight over in New York. I have no idea what it is. It must be like 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning in Europe. And it is like 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday in New Zealand. There you go. Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for all your patience. Here we go. Let's have a look. Sharon, what's going on, Sharon? Thank you for being here. Thank you for raising your hand, putting yourself into the circle, and allowing yourself to be, let's just say, brought into the light. Brought into, not the light, but into some light. Okay? This is much more fun having this Tarot Lumination channel than it ever was working as a psychic medium or working as a consultant for psychic mediums or working as a consultant for shows about psychic mediums. I like this. I like this. It's fun. Thank you, Sharon, for being here. I just had to share that little note with you guys. Hey, this is going to sound really weird, but I have a question. Is anybody here in Los Angeles? We'll talk about it later. I can't really see the screen anyway, so forget it. Anyway, because I'm thinking of doing live in-person readings for people who are in Los Angeles. It's just a crazy idea. I don't know if I'll actually do it, but I was thinking of it. All right, Sharon, what's going on? Here is your card. Brace yourself, okay? You know what to do. Get your invisible friends around you. Curl up, however you do these things. Get an extra bag of potato chips with your favorite dip. Curl up with your favorite pet. Hold hands with someone that you trust. Whatever it is, however you do it. This is your card. So you have the Ace of Cups. Oh my gosh. I'm getting so many freaking aces. It's in personal readings. It's in the reports. So Sharon, with the Ace of Cups, this is a card of sacred opportunity. It wouldn't be here unless you worked for it, earned it, and deserved it. Now, I'm not saying this is to do with love and romance and having like the perfect, like gooey, squishy, yummy relationship where like you're all over each other, you're all over them, and they're all over you, and you're curling your toes, and it's all giggly, and you can like, you know, you can tell jokes to each other, you can like walk around in your underwear and nobody cares, and you can cuddle up and snuggle up, or you can go out to a fancy restaurant and dress up. All that stuff is great in the lovey-dovey department, but this to me feels like it's more to do with like the deep, deep, deep inner senses of love, where it's to do with like coming to terms with like a definition of love. So I'm going to offer a definition of love. This is a tarot illumination type of definition, and see how this rolls with you, okay? From the tarot illumination perspective, let's say I just received this card for myself personally right now. I would look at this as an amazing like gateway opportunity to like basically like look around me and realize, oh my gosh, this stuff is real. This stuff is freaky. This stuff is real. The healing power. I'll just do a demonstration, okay? In other words, wow. The healing power of love is real. Love and healing is real. Love is almost synonymous with healing. When you're in a really deeply loving relationship, it can be very satisfying. It may not make sense to other people how the relationship looks in 3 dimensions, but when you are loving and you are loved, you know that. So with you, Sharon Cook, it's a question of what is it that defines love? So I'm going to offer something. I feel that love is the willing, conscious decision to go above and beyond your status quo, your comfort zones, to the point where things might be uncomfortable, in order to foster and nurture your own spiritual growth and healing and evolution, and from there spontaneously to your loved ones, because what you're doing is loving thyself, and the very moment you do that, that sends out a ripple wave to others about the healing power of love. Because it sounds so contradictory, but the hardest thing to do and the most powerful and the most effective thing to do is to love thyself. It's the hardest lesson of all. But this is an opportunity now. So when you make conscious, willing decisions to go above and beyond your status quo in order to foster and nurture your own spiritual growth and healing and evolution, that has an impact on others, okay? And it can be deliciously, extremely satisfying, and it can turn your world upside down, and you start to look at what the definition of love from a completely new perspective, okay? So we're not going to go into the specifics of your love life or relationships or anything like that. It's more to do with your perception of love, your definition of the word love. What does it really mean to you? What have you been assuming is the definition of love? And what are you going to discover is the actual definition of love going forward as you move through the gateways of your life? Okay? Let's have a look. So this could require, I mean, the way I'm feeling it here for you, Sharon, it can require a very big transformational shift of letting go of certain perceptions of definition of love and allowing for new perceptions, definitions of love to come in. So that means giving up, which means surrender, the power of surrender. There's a tremendous power in surrender. It does require having to let go and release and basically say, you know what? I surrender. I surrender. And it opens a gateway. It's an amazing phenomenon. It's an incredibly powerful phenomenon. The problem with it, the challenge is that it goes completely contradictory to the ego. Because the ego always wants to win. It always wants to solve all the problems in a way that always works for you. And sometimes that's a futile, expensive energy. And so sometimes the best thing to do is say, you know what? I surrender. I give up to that which is. As opposed to, I have to have things my way, the way I always understood and the way they should be according to me. So it's a very, very difficult energy. But you can handle it, Sharon, because you're Sharon Cook and you're here with some awesome people. You're hanging out with the Terra Lumination Love Tribe and the Terra Lumination Love Tribe aspirants. The people who are eventually going to become Terra Lumination Love Tribe members. What is your card of surrender? If this is another repeat card, I'm going to break the deck and do it again, okay? Just letting you know. Surrender to non-action. Oh, wow. Okay, this is like serious girl power type energy. Sharon, if you are like a very active person and you like to, let's say, activate your life, you like to like get things done, be who you are, do what you like to do, how you like to do it in ways that make you feel like you're alive. You know, there's a lot of really serious, heavy-duty girl power energy on the planet right now, and I think we're still at the very early stages, even though it started like maybe 100 years ago or whatever with the suffragettes. But now it's going global, and it's going to continue to expand. And so for women who are already kind of in the flow with girl power type energy, it's like the more you have, the more you want, because then you realize, like, for thousands of years, for the whole of humanity, women in general have either chosen or had to give away their power in order to survive, literally. And so things are changing now. And then with a card like this, which basically I'm going to show you in just a second, it's about going back to the real power of the feminine energy, which is the law of attraction, where instead of going out to get what you want, be who you think you want to be, because it's so deliciously satisfying when girl power energy kicks in and you realize, like, wait a minute, now I can go get a freaking job. I can get money. I can do something better than that guy. I can do this. I can do this. I have opportunities that never existed for my mother, my grandmother, my great-grandmother. And so it's very satisfying for women who are into girl power. It's almost like addictive to realize, like, wow, I can actually do this. Girl power is really good. It exists. But there comes a point where it starts to work against itself. So that's what I'm sensing is here. Surrender to non-action. Remember, dear Sharon Cook, that you are a woman in full power. Think of this as girl power. Now is the time to be still and not act. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. Okay? That's very classic girl power, but in the very old-fashioned sense, the very, very, very old-fashioned sense of containing your energy and like attracting. It's the law of attraction. And the male energy is very much about conquer, get, hunt, gather, do, win, succeed in order to be a good winner, provider. And in the very old-fashioned, very primitive sense, the woman would be that. The woman would be the very classic traditional woman structure. But things are shifting so much on the planet, and for all women who are into girl power, freaking go for it. All I'm suggesting is do not forget that you're a woman, and do not undervalue the power of your femininity, your power of your womanhood. Let the stuff, use the powers of attraction. Let that come to you. Be still. Be still and let things come to you. You just have to be you, okay? I'll just read it again. Surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others and everything else come to you. You don't have to go around getting. Let things come to you. Okay? Thank you, Sharon. I really enjoyed that reading. I really, really enjoyed that one. Thank you so, so much. All right, that's it. We have one more reading here tonight. This is for Ashima. Okay, I'm going to just check in with you guys. Okay? Stay there. Whew. Okay, I'm getting pretty wiped out, but we're good to go for Ashima. Now, Ashima, I think you're still here because I just saw you just before we went over to the reading with Sharon. So we're good. We're good to go, Ashima. We're gonna go totally blind, okay? I'm using these glasses so I can read some of the bits on the chat. But basically, this is your tarot illumination, and I'm going to read for you right now. Let's go back to the stage, and then we're just going to chill and hang out for the rest of the evening until I collapse, all right? Here we go. All right, hold on. All right. Ashima, you're up next. So we got to shuffle, okay? We're going to shuffle. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. Well, look at that. I'm losing it so much. I'm shuffling the cards upside down, face forward. It still works. Hold on. Wait a second. Give me a moment here. I saw an upside down card in the middle here somewhere. Freaked me out. Anyway, let's not worry about it. Let's not worry about it. Let's not worry about it. I'm just going to shuffle up, okay? I'm just going to shuffle up, and I'm going to do adjustments as we need to. All right, Ashima, you're up next. This is all about you now. So, yeah. So, Sharon, I hope you got something out of it. I hope that made sense to you, and you can take that home and get some value, okay? Thank you so much for being here. This is all part of the Tarot Illumination Shameless Self-Promotional Thursday night. Give it away mostly for free, fun, sampler micro readings, okay? Thank you all for showing up. It's been a fun crowd. It's been a fun evening. And I saw it. Did you see that? Mischief. Mischief. There it is. That was the card originally from Sharon's reading. So I'm going to keep shuffling. Pay no heed. It's going straight back into the deck. All right, let's have a look, people. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Just give me a second here, Ashima. Okay, now we're good. Now we're sweet. We hit the sweet spot right there. I'm going to leave that one. Now I'm going to shuffle this one up so we're totally clear. All right. Here we go. It looks like I just looked over at the screen. Hey, Path, I want to say thank you. It's really, really helping. Whatever you're doing, however you're doing it, Path, it's really, really helping me an awful lot. Thank you so, so much. And Lena and Nikki and everybody, all that. It's just like, I don't want to like, I don't want to pull out favorites and everything, but some of you guys have been so incredibly supportive, so incredibly helpful. I honestly don't know what I would have done without you. Seriously, it's incredibly freaking hard to run this channel sometimes. And I get really... I get really pissed off and angry when things fall apart. And I take it very, very personally because I'm doing everything I possibly can as well as I possibly can. But sometimes it feels like people who do what we do, like white light workers and like people who all we want to do is propagate the healing power of love. It's like the worst thing you could possibly do. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm losing it a bit. Don't worry, Ashima, I'll be just right as rain in a few moments. Give me a second here. I need to... Oh, man. Sometimes I get caught off guard by my own energy fields, okay? So just stay there. I need to do a little bit of something special. Cards are shuffled, okay? Ashima, this is all about you. Cards are shuffled, cards are shuffled. Give me a second, I'll be right back, okay? Oh, man. All right. I'm better now. Thank you. Sorry about that little hiccup. All right. Some of you here tonight, if you're professional readers, if you're psychics, professional mediums and psychics, I think you know what I'm talking about. A good chunk of the time when I was working as a consultant, my work was to help psychics and mediums and so-called energy healers deal with the process of burnout. Okay, it can be very, very tough. It's just like anything else. Like if you're a cashier at a grocery store, eventually you can burn out. If you're an accountant, if you're a trader on Wall Street, if you're a mom, if you're a dad, if you're a truck driver, whatever it is, there can come a point where you just reach burnout, and then where do you go? You know, sometimes you can't even turn to your friends. Like if you're a truck driver or a cab driver or an Uber driver or something, and you reach burnout, okay, you can chat with your other Uber burnout friends, but eventually you have to go above and beyond that. All right? What are you going to do now? Sorry about the distraction there, Ashima. Let's get back to you. Okay, cards are already shuffled. Now we're going to cut. What are the messages we have here tonight for Ashima? Okay? Okay, you have the Knight of Cups here. To me, this sort of feels like a command. I don't know how to explain it, Ashima, but I kind of have to go with the what all that energy field tells me, because it's much more than just the stage and the lights and the cameras and the crowd and the channel and everything. To me, this feels like a command. It is time for you, Ashima, to withdraw, withhold, very gently pull yourself away from anything and everything that is not working for you. Okay? Like whatever it is, a job, a relationship, a family member, a friend, a location, a way of dressing, a way of looking, a way of driving around, a way of moving around, a way that you conduct your life. Move away from anything that's not working for you if you don't feel the love for it. Like if you're with somebody out of habit, but you don't deep down love them, something has to change. If you're doing a job just for a paycheck, but there's no love, think about that. If you're living in a town or a place or with people, if you're hanging out with friends and family and you don't feel the love, think about that. Sometimes it's so easy and natural to get stuck in the status quo, our habits, our routines, how we live and the way we live. We just take everything for granted. We just say, well, that's how it is. But if we're really, really honest with ourselves and you want to go into it, Ashima, what's the point in living a life without love? Okay? Now the question is, how do you define love? I'm going to leave that up to you. I already gave a tarot illumination definition of love earlier tonight, but you might have your own definition. So all I'm suggesting here is I feel a big command. Number one, please stop whatever you are doing that is not working for you if it does not have the hallmark of love with it. In other words, just like, I don't want to repeat myself. I hope you know what that means. And then instead, start moving towards what it is that you do love. Deliberately walk away from the battlefields of life, all the stuff that requires hardship, time, energy, dedication, self-sacrifice, everything, just to get along and survive and call it a life. And start doing things that you love. Doing things that you've always wanted to do, moving forward to people, places, new hobbies, new lifestyle, whatever it is that you love or that you've always loved but you've never tasted before, all right? I don't mean to upset or tell you to throw your whole life into disarray. All I'm suggesting is be aware of that energy that we talked about and consider moving away from the conflicts, moving towards what is really, really satisfying to you. So with the energy of surrender here, that could be very challenging, especially if you have a well-established status quo in your world, like good friends, good family, home, job, health, hobbies, ambitions, whatever it is. If you're already completely immersed in a life that you have convinced yourself is just fine, this is telling you that there's more. But it does mean having to admit to yourself that there are things that you have either denied or ignored, and then having to surrender to that and then see what happens. So this is going to be your top card. Surrender to success. Okay, this is a really beautiful card. I don't know if you can see it. It is actually, this whole thing is a painting, but it's a painting of a mirror that is sitting deep in a forest in the middle of nature. And to me, it looks like a reflection of your most glorious self coming back to you that you needed to see right now, that might have been suppressed or buried or lost for a long time. And you've ignored it because you already have a life. Okay? You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities, okay? To me, this looks like a very strong message. Ashima, it's time to do something that you love, something that you've always wanted to do, that you've either denied yourself or that you've ignored or you've set aside because it might be unconventional, or you might upset the status quo with friends and family, locations, and whatever. It's time for you to, it says here, surrender to success, allow success to happen. Now, the definition of success means, like, how would you define success? So I'm going to offer a definition for you in this reading right now. Success in this reading right now would be doing something that you've always wanted to do, something that you've always loved but never had a chance or never dared, and now is the time, because if you do that, that would have the characteristics of success. All right? Thank you, Ashima. Thank you so much. I hope that makes sense. All right. I'm going to sing a song now. I'm going to lip sync to my own song. It's called Love is the Word. Here we go, people. For the skies, opening my hands to welcome in the day, gather in the sun's rays before I'm on my way, and the healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out diseases by chanting the the sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonate inside us, love is the word. Moving through the day, pray no accidents arise. Giving thanks to heaven that I am still alive. Blessing my enemies, blessing the ones I love. Praying for forgiveness for any damages I've done. And the healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonate inside us, love is the word. Now the day is done and moon is on the rise. My trials and tribulations all bottled up inside. I summon in the now as I reach up for the skies. I command all fear and shadows be gone before my eyes. And the healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonate inside us, Nam is the word. And the healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonate inside us, Nam is the word. Okay. Hey, thanks everybody. Well, that was fun. That was kind of a fun, crazy night, impromptu. It's time to wrap it up. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for being here. I hope we got everybody. I wish I could do more readings. It's gotta go. Okay. So hope to see you guys Sunday. Okay. This whole show tonight was basically the whole show here was like a promotional. You figured that out, right? It's just like doing the samples aisle over at Walmart. Okay. Have fun, everybody. Bless you all for being here. It's been a pleasure. I'm absolutely wiped out, but I feel great. I love doing this for you. I love having you here. See you guys Sunday night. Spread the word. Spread the word. Spread the word. Love is the word. Love is the word. Ultimately, love thyself. Okay? Love thyself. You can do it. All right? Bye-bye, everybody. I'm just going to leave some music and hang out for a bit. Okay? Love now. Good night.